welcome to Zoe's Zone, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make red velvet white chocolate chip cookies for Valentine's Day. If you're new to my channel, I'm Zoe, and if you enjoyed this video, please click the big red subscribe button, turn on notifications, and click the big thumbs up to get a shout in the next video. Let's get started. The ingredients that you'll be needing to make your red velvet cookies are buttermilk or whole milk, 1 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 1/2 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 egg. I have a white egg here, and I like shaking it always. I don't know why, it's just so weird. 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, I believe, 1 tablespoon of red food coloring, 4 ounces of white chocolate chips, and then lastly, 1 stick of butter. The first step is to put your butter into a large bowl, and you have to cream it for about 4.5 minutes, because before you move on to the next step, you want to make sure your butter is light and fluffy. Okay, and you want to mix it at like a medium speed. So you're just going to cream that, and then we'll move on to the next step. I'm not sure that looks fluffy, but I'm just going to move on to the next step, which is cracking your egg. Shaking again. All right. Oh. Oh no, chill. Okay, now I'm just gonna throw that into the garbage and mix it again for 1 minute. Jab the yolk. Whoa. This kind of looks like I'm working with blood, so it's kind of disgusting. Oh, oopsies. Alright, so now I'm gonna continue squeezing my food coloring into the tablespoon. I guess it's okay if it's not a full tablespoon. Like, it can be pink for Valentine's Day, right? Yeah, that's okay. I'm just gonna try and empty the bottle. And because I spilled some in the bowl, I'm just gonna dump it. That should be about a tablespoon anyway. I'll just put it in the sink. Alright, so now you have to add your 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla. This is kind of hard to open. Smells delicious. I love it. Alright, because this is a very big hole, I have to be very careful when pouring. Alright. And then a 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, so now we just have to whip up the wet ingredients for 1 more minute. There's a lot of mixing here. Whoa! This looks kind of gross, but I hope it will look better once I add the dry ingredients. Now I know why my wet ingredients weren't whipping together. I didn't add the sugar. So I'm just going to do this very carefully over the bowl. And I'm going to be adding 3/4 of a cup. Yeah, that should be good. And then I'm going to do 2 more of these. Yeah, I'm going to do a little less for the last one, because I definitely overdid the second one. Alright, that should be good. And then now I have to whip it together, so now it won't be all lumpy. That looks so much better than it did before. It looked very disgusting earlier. So now we have to move on to the next step, which is adding 1 1/2 cups of flour. So 1 cup, and I'll just get the half cup later. Be very careful. Can't get a little splattery. Okay, it's heavy. Just a little bit more. Actually, no, I think that's fine. And then I'm going to get my half cup. Get the extras from the first cup first. And then be very careful with this one. It's heavy. Okay, that's good. Good thing I didn't overdo it. Okay, so now I'm going to be adding my cocoa powder. You have to add 3 tablespoons. It smells chocolatey. So 1, that's a lot of cocoa powder already. 2, last 1, 3. Okay, so now I'm going to be adding half a teaspoon of salt. Here's my half teaspoon. Okay, and I'm just going to put that in the bowl, and I'm going to be whipping this up for 1 to 2 minutes. Actually, wait, no, I forgot my baking powder. Half a teaspoon. Okay, still have some extra salt in there. Okay, and then now I'm gonna whip it up for 1 to 2 minutes. Now I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of buttermilk. And because there's extra cocoa powder in my tablespoon, chocolate milk. Whoa! And if you notice those cake pops in the background, tomorrow is Teacher Appreciation Day, so we had to make a few baked goods for them. So, again. Okay, now I'm just gonna whip that up. Okay. While I'm mixing, I'm going to be throwing in my white chocolate chips. I just turned on my oven to preheat at 350 degrees. And now comes the fun part, shaping your dough into balls. So you want to grab like about a golf-sized ball kind of amount. Just about that big. And then you're gonna keep repeating that step. It's kind of sticky dough. And you don't want your balls to be too big because these cookies will spread out in the oven, so you don't want to add too much monster. So now, because you want to see at least a little white on the top of the cookies, you want to add some more white chocolate chips. Boop. And boop. Alright, my cookies are ready for the oven, and these will bake for about 12 to 15 minutes. Put this on the top rack. Might have to turn it sideways. Okay, and then the second. Alright, see you soon. Okay, so my cookies are ready, so I'm just going to take them out of the oven. Whoa, they smell so good. And they look a lot like a Valentine's Day-ish, like, dessert. I mean, that's because it is a Valentine's Day dessert. And as you can see, like, on the white chocolate chips on the top, there's almost like, it almost looks like a burnt marshmallow. So that's really cool. Alright, so before I do my taste test, I am going to have to let these cool because if I do a taste test right now, it will burn my tongue. Alright, time for the best part, taste testing. These cookies look amazing. They look so perfect, and I don't know, they just look good for Valentine's Day. So let's give it a try. That's delicious. I love the texture of the white chocolate chips because it's so like melty, but then the cookie is like crispy on the outside, but like and soft on the inside, like not gooey, but like a regular cookie. Milk again. Well, I think that was a big success. Thanks for joining me today, and before you go, I want to give a shout out to Sydney and Sarah. Thanks for watching. Bye.